Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I picked up at my local food pantry. Now this is a food pantry that you can go shopping, so you can pick and choose what items you would like. You can pick up items that your family will use, and you can leave the items that you're not quite sure what to do with. Our food bank you can visit once a week. I've been needing to go about every other week now. It's getting to the point where I can find some good sales at the store, but picking up food at your local food bank also helps extend your budget and give you things that you normally wouldn't be able to try or that you can't afford. If you're new here, my name is Carolina. I live in Montana. I do a lot of pantry cooking, budget shopping, and product reviews on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I'd love to have you come join my YouTube family. I also have a Facebook group, Mama Baird's Homestead. Please go on over there and check us out. We do a lot of recipe sharing and just overall support group. I would love to have you come join. All right, guys, so let's get into here and I'll show you what I picked up from my local food bank today. First thing I'm going to show you are these frozen ices. I was able to pick up one for each kid, so that's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and get these put in the freezer, though. They can have these after school. And then I'm going to start with my produce. They had tons of potatoes, so I was able to get a big bag of Idaho potatoes. And then we're also allowed to get a big bag full of whatever's there. So I was able to get an English cucumber, some really nice looking bell peppers, and a couple of Roma tomatoes. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I got 3 peppers, 5 tomatoes, and a cucumber. So that's a nice addition. Some fresh veggies for salads. And then also at the veggie section, I picked up a big stalk of rhubarb. I'm so glad that it's rhubarb season. Lots of times the farmers market, they will donate any leftover produce that they didn't sell, or people from their gardens will be donating this. So I love rhubarb season. Now I actually have a recipe where I made some rhubarb barbecue sauce. I will have that video linked below because it is absolutely delicious. And then I've also made some rhubarb lemonade, so I might make some more of that. So what do you guys think? Do you like rhubarb? I like it. And then I got a big thing of diced peppers and onions. These are one of the things that gets donated from Costco if they don't use it all, like what they do to prep their salads in the deli. So this is pre-cut yellow and red bell peppers. That is super exciting. I'm probably going to portion these in snack size bags and have them in my freezer. So that way, anytime I need to cook with some peppers and onions, I already have some in the freezer ready to go. And then each family was allowed 2 things of bread. They didn't have any kind of sandwich bread, but they did have onion rolls and these Kaiser rolls. These look really fun. So I got a pack of those. And then they had extra dairy items, so I got a thing of whipping cream. This is amazing to make cream sauces, add in your coffee. You can make ice cream with this thing. You can make whipped cream, obviously. Like, I definitely like whipping cream, but it's one of those things that you can't get too often because it is quite expensive. And then we were allowed 2 gallons of milk. So I got a gallon of whole milk and a gallon of 2%. I might cook something with that whole milk. And then they had a bunch of chips. I just picked out nacho, or the Doritos nacho cheese for the kids, one for each kid, so they'll have that. They had a bunch of salad kits available, so I got one of this chopped kit sweet kale, so that looks pretty fun. And then for the sweet treat, it was Kibble Fudge Dipped Duos. I've never heard of this before. Keebler I had since I was a kid. Let's see. Oh yeah, dipped in chocolate. Oh, these are awful. Can't give these to any of the kids. All right, for the pasta, I was able to pick up 1 pound of spaghetti. And then they had a freezer section. They had some, this was cooked chicken tenders. So chicken tenders that once were cooked on their deli, they had it labeled in here. I know it's just kind of in a grocery bag, but this is something that we can reheat, or we could just thaw those tenders and cut them up and add them, like on top of the salad, for example. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. And then for the pantry items, they had quite a bit that you could take. They had a good variety. I got some sweet condensed milk. I didn't notice it was the fat-free until I got home. Man, I like that fat. So, fat-free, but this still makes really good to make homemade creamer. Mix this with some caramel. Boom, you got some creamer. And then I got 2 cans of Diet Orange Soda. They had a can of sliced potatoes, fire roasted diced garlic tomatoes, whole peeled tomatoes. This is my favorite brand, so I was happy to get that one. And with the same brand, they have diced fire roasted tomatoes. I love fire roasted tomatoes. It makes such a huge difference in the flavor. If you have not tried making a homemade tomato soup, with fire roasted tomatoes. I highly suggest it. And then a can of mixed veggies. I really like to add these into my ramens because it helps add veggies, and I think it's good with the chicken seasoning. And then they had some cream farina, and it's just kind of like cream of wheat, that kind of thing. And then they had cans of beef today, so I was able to get a can of beef. I have made these, mixed them with cream cheese and enchilada sauce and put them in the filling of an enchilada, and they were delicious. If you get canned beef at the food bank and you haven't tried it yet, I really suggest you do because it's really good. It might look kind of weird, but it's really good. And then in the extra bin, they had some vitamins, so I was able to get a thing of vitamins here. I mean, it just says multivites, so I'm sure I could give these to the kids as well. And then everybody got a bag of almonds. I might throw some seasoning on here and make like sweet and spicy roasted almonds. That sounds pretty good. Love almonds. And then for the meat, they had a lot of selection. I got a choice beef chuck tender roast. This is almost 3 pounds, 2.87. So that's going to be a really nice roast for the family one night, or we can cook it and then have the meat for something else. And then I got a pack of chicken breasts as well. So this is really good. Sometimes I get ribeye steaks. Sometimes I'll get one portion of something. So it's nice when they have big family packs like this where I can get like beef and chicken and be able to stretch it. Like this will probably stretch for the whole week if I use it correctly. And that's all I got on my haul this week. But let's go ahead and get all this stuff put up. And I think I'm going to make myself a salad for lunch. So don't head out just yet. I'll show you how I do it. I'm using some of the chicken tenders for my salad, but I went ahead and put the rest in a vacuum seal bag and vacuum sealed it. Now I'm not going to put this in the freezer. I'm just going to have this in the fridge, and then we'll cut this up and use this for more salads or whatever. But I am cooking 3 in the air fryer for my current lunch. All right, they are ready, but let's cut up some of these veggies to go with it. Let's see. Let's do the yellow one. Think about this cutting board. Snaps right in. And then for the tomato, you cut out the core. I did rinse these. And then I think I'm just going to wedge them. So cut it in half. Cut it in half again. You got a tomato wedge. I got a little, you see that little black right there? So we'll just cut that part out. No biggie. Doesn't mean the whole tomato is bad. There you go, and you can even cut it again, make smaller wedges if you would like. There we go. Get our cucumber while we're here. I like to peel it in strips. Alright, and then we'll do thin slices of cucumber. Or you can make thicker ones, you can dice this, you know, whatever you'd like. Pretty good for now. Oh, Brussels sprout. I don't know if I'm going to use all of that. Just about half. Just chopping that up. I don't know. What do you think? All of it? Might as well. Can you have too much lettuce? Alright, so we have that. In the front, tomatoes in the back. Kind of make them look all nice and fancy there. There we go. Let's put some of the peppers that we got on here. And put some peppers. Oh, that looks good. peppers are in there. What else we got in here? Oh, it's like a cranberry. I might save this. I'll use the poppy seed dressing though. Cut up this chicken. Hopefully it's pretty good, not too tough. Getting fried and then reheated. Look at that. And then our poppy seed dressing. Let's give it a taste, make sure I like it. I'm sure I do. Yep. So we'll drizzle. And there's our salad. I think that just looks so cute. Now I know this isn't a lot of cooking. I just kind of threw this together for lunch, but I do a lot of I do a lot of cooking on my channel. So I'm gonna be using up all of this stuff throughout the week. So make sure you're subscribed. I do have a pantry cooking video in the works, so stay tuned for that. Let's give it a try. A little tough, but that was to be expected. I would say this is pretty good and a pretty good lunch as well, courtesy of my local food bank. If you guys need food, please consider going to your food pantry. That is what it is there for. Well, that sums it up for me today on this video. Thanks so much for coming along and seeing what I got in my local food pantry. I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.